Hello! Hello everyone. Hello Twitch and hello Instagram. I hope you're all doing well. Hi Nash, hi Kriegsman. I've just been catching up on the chats between the two of you about all your bike riding, Nash. Sounds like having a damn good time with it all. A little jealous. I miss going on bike rides myself. Hopefully it's something I might be able to do eventually. Just needing to find the money to buy a new one, to be honest with you. Hi, ENHT Balzer. Hi, Dasmol. Hope you're both well. All I need to do is start... Oh, of course you're referring to Kriegsman there. No, that's absolutely fine. No, I suppose the message still applies to me. All I need to do is start. Just so hot at the moment. It really is. I was debating whether or not to even actually bother painting tonight because it's been a struggle the past couple of days just with how warm it's been. Yes. I agree there, Ian. It is far too warm. Too hot to paint. I'm going to push myself anyway. Like, my wet palette is hydrated more than I have tonight. That's how bad it is. Hi, Tiz. How are you doing, lovely? Go back into a thanks to a colleague single ride kind of changed my attitude towards it. Oh, I know for in fact if I were to get out there and do it, I'd enjoy myself. It's just, yeah, getting back out there and doing it. To be honest with you, we've got like an exercise bike here as well, so I could always just get on that, I guess, but it's not the same. Can't paint, my flat gets hit by sun all day long. Yeah, like, and this room, I think I'm actually trying to orient myself now, like which direction this room faces. Either way, it has like the sun blazing through it at almost all hours of the day, even with a big white sort of blind up. So it just gets ridiculously warm in here, and because of the way we've put the blinds up, I can't actually get access to the window to crack it open. And even if we do, there's always the risk Oscar might try and get out, which isn't good. I mean, I've got a little fan down here, but it's not really doing much. Actually, I wonder... Excuse me, we're having a moment. Can't decide what colour scheme to go with on my nids. Oh, I know the feeling. I fully plan on testing out a couple of different colour schemes. With some of the... Have I actually broke this thing? I think I might have actually broke this thing. Damn. Oh no, it should be fine. It's just not quite going on. There. This is turning into a total disaster. Oh. Wait, what the heck is that thing? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's nothing too important. Oh, that's fine. Just lost some pieces off my texture palette there that I made myself. It's okay, nothing terribly important. Oh dear. Seen some dark colour schemes that look so good. Yes. To be honest with you, if I were to go nids, I'd go something bright. I've always been very taken with High Fleet Tiamat. Post a picture of the bike and the cat tax. Good on you, Nash. I'm glad someone's paying attention. Did you manage to get a hold of Leviathan? No, I didn't. Definitely didn't. And to be honest with you, I'm really not that bothered. There's like maybe a handful of models out of the entire box I would really all that care about having. And the rest, if I want to paint them just for fun, I'll just pick them up as and when I feel like it. Or, you know, and I won't endorse this in any way, shape, or form, but just saying, we do have a 3D printer next door. I could just always do that. Never gonna field them in a game. Nor would I put them up for sale, just putting that out there as well. I know we launched our 3D print store the other day, but I've been very clear about this in the past. I am not using that as an excuse to recast stuff. That's not happening, so please don't come at me, GW. This is fun, trying to keep up with 2 chats at once. Want to go tropical green for the carapace, but not sure whether to do stripes or coconut crab style dots. I'm all in favour of the coconut crab style dots, definitely, especially if you're going to go green. I know Searle Harbour did like bright lime green for his Tyranids and did them like as if they were in a tropical climate, and they looked fantastic. The exoskeleton to go with, can't decide. That's fair. Felt similar about Leviathan. Yeah, definitely. It's like I was kind of excited for like all of about 5 seconds, and when I just sort of like stopped and had a long. I will admit it was longer than that. I was all of excited for a little bit, but when it actually came down to it, it came close to the date, I started thinking more and more about what do you actually get in the box. Right, okay. You get the fancy Rune Terminator with Terminator Librarian, which, don't get me wrong, does look supremely cool, and I'd be very tempted to pick it up. Not sure if I can justify it to myself, though, because I wasn't entirely certain whether or not a Librarian would fit with Salamanders if I do decide to go for those, which I'm pretty much leaning towards when it comes to Space Marines, at least. And then... yeah, there's the Dreadnought. Again, kind of take or leave it. The Terminators, nice, but don't fit the theme of what I want to do with Space Marines if I do anything with them. There's the Infernus Squad. Okay. And then there's all the NID stuff. And it's like, I'd be more interested in the NIDs, but I don't really want to play NIDs. And I'd probably only just want like 1 or 2 of the bigger models just because they look awesome to paint. And I even had someone offer to go halves with me on it, who said they wanted the NIDS half and they'll happily give me the Space Marine half. And it's like, again, I had a moment, I was like, ooh, okay, that sounds tempting. Again, I was sort of thinking, okay, but I'd be getting it for all of, 6 models that I really care about? I'm not sure I can justify that, really. How about a camo effect? Camo effect sounds quite cool for NIDs. Right. Hopefully that's not going to come through. Oh my god, have I actually broke this? Oh, there we go. Might have to do without this thing. Oh, wait. Just give the Librarian a flame. It fits 10 out of 10. Next month is a full year of not buying Warhams. I'm quite happy for you that you've managed to... yeah, okay. I don't think that's going to work. Never mind. I'm quite happy for you that you've managed to stick for that long without buying any Warhammer. That's pretty damned impressive, definitely. What do I think of the new Death Leaper? New Death Leaper looks awesome. Just, again, I can't find myself a reason to really care at the moment. Like, I'm more excited about some of the other factions, especially with the new rules that have came out. I'm still trying to decide which faction do I go all in on. And I think I'm feeling pretty set on Emperor's Children, because Of the factions that I'm the most interested in, who was it who did the tropical green again? Searle, his name is Serle. I'll see if I can try and find a link to his. Whoa. I'll see if I can try and find a link to his Instagram and I'll share it. He did them a couple of years ago when we were doing a sort of Tale of Many Wargamers challenge a while back. Totally honest, I'm not a fan of nades. Insert booze here. Got a dad with a load of my Imperium collection that I don't know what to do with, so Leviathan isn't really appealing to me. Yeah, that's totally understandable. I mean, it's a good thing that Warhammer has quite a big second-hand market, which is quite nice. There he is. Dasmo. Wargaming. Searle Harbour. Yeah, that's his name on Instagram. If you search for that, you'll come across his profile. This is going back a couple of years ago now, but he did. Yeah, well, no, there they are. Yeah, he did kind of like tropical green nids, and they look damned awesome. Like he's even used like little aquarium plants for the basing material to make them look kind of like jungle themed, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. I'm on the point to like sell off my Lumineths, Ossiarchs, Blood Angels, probably only keeping some knights to have the easy bonk down of 2,000 points. If you're going to sell your Ossiarchs, are they painted still or are they unpainted? In either case, drop me a message first, please, Nash. Again, I wasn't a fan of Necrons or Orcs, and again, the Imperium I've actually come to love both. Yeah, that's totally reasonable. I'm probably going to be going Necrons, but that'll be the next army I pick up after whichever one I decide to dive in on 10th with, which I'm very much thinking is going to be Emperor's Children. Because I've got to admit, I got a little excited reading the Chaos Space Marines Codex. I was like, this is fun. I'm going to have so much fun with this. Hi, CFB Painting. How you doing? Probably not keeping... oh, no, that's it. Single base coat. What colour? What colour did you do the base coat on them? Actually, having said that, that doesn't really matter because I can just repaint over the top of them. Either way, drop me a message. I might be interested in buying them off you. God, I needed that. Also, yeah, the fan's definitely working. It just needs to be facing into me a bit more. Oh, that's much better. Oh. Right. Oh, before we get in properly, I do want to give a big thank you and shout out to my supporters on Patreon. It means the world to me that anybody really supports what I do and is allowing me to continue doing this full time. It's quite nice. So, huge thank you for that. And also, shout out to LJ Stark Greenwood for the follow yesterday. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Right. Right, let's try and get some paint onto some plastic. I don't know how successful we're going to be because, yeah, it be warm in here. But I have a fan going behind me. A drink with those reusable ice cubes. It's about as good as it's going to get, I think, realistically speaking. And just to mention as well, we are still trying to raise money for the Trevor Project through Fabulous Marines. We are part of that initiative, which is what we're actually painting up this model in favour of. Once it's done, it will be getting auctioned off on eBay, with the proceeds going directly to the cause. You look at stuff to whack my butt off. I mean, I didn't say I make an awful lot of money. I'm fortunate enough that I can get by without having to re-enter the workforce. That's all I'm gonna say. Hi, Dan Small again. Shipping plus customs, they'll be cheaper buying from Warhammer themselves as I need to list original prices. Okay. Okay, fair enough. I was just, trying to think of maybe helping you out there, but that's all good. Right. Anyway, got some painting to do. And I have absolutely no earthly idea how I'm going to paint certain bits of it, because we're kind of just down to the... I kind of want to say some of the more boring details. Hi, Reed. How you doing? I'd love to be able to do something like that, but I must admit I do enjoy my job. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. No, I just get too fed up, and I got too fed up and too stressed out trying to like play the rat race, and I've long since come to the conclusion that it's not for me. With my last job, I was thinking of leaving it anyway. So I was quite lucky that this was already, like, I was kind of at a crossroads where I was deciding, right, do I need to put either all my effort and attention into my job, or into my career, air quotes, like what even is a career anymore, that I was going to leave anyway, and ditch all of this, like ditch all of the content creating side of things, or do I put all my focus on all my content creation, take a chance and quit my job, and see how it goes? Like, I can, if it doesn't work out, I can at least say I tried. Yeah, and so far I've not regretted that decision. More eventual for me to actually come to England and do that. Don't forget the cat tax, everyone. Our pet tax, we're very harsh with that one. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Kriegsman. Thank you for saying the commissar's on point. Definitely. Like I say, I'm kind of at that point now where, barring a few little extra details, I'm not 100% certain how to deal with kind of the more mundane bits of it, like the satchels and pouches. And to be honest with you, besides the coat, sword, and combination cap, the rest of the commissar, because I don't honestly know what to do with them even. I think we decided they're non-binary. There we are, something nice and soft. What we can do at the very least is we'll get some wash down on all that gold. I want it to absolutely pop. So, Reichland Flesh Shade. That's what I need. There we are. No, it's all good. It is all good there, Ian. I don't need lots of money to be happy. I'm happy enough just getting by. That's always been my primary motivator at the end of the day is, am I happy? I mean, don't get me wrong. I have days, like I'm sure most people probably do in this situation, where I just kind of go, is this even remotely worth it? Like, I could just... Everything's so expensive with cost of living at the moment now that... am I not just better off just, like, giving up on all this and going and getting a air quotes, proper job. You know, just to be able to freaking survive and get by. And then I remember, like, even my full-time wage, at the moment, we would still struggle. Like, that's how bad everything is in the UK at the moment. We would still struggle on the wage of about again, full disclosure, I was earning just over like 22 grand a year, thereabouts. So between 21 and 22 grand a year at my previous job. But everything is the way it is at the moment in such a way that I would struggle to actually get by even just on that. And I'd still be miserable. So, rainbow satchels and pouches. Yeah, there is an idea actually. You know, incorporate some of the colours of the pride flag into it. Definitely. That kind of leaves the question of what to do with his boots. Okay, right. In which case, then, yeah, we can do that. We can get away with that, I think, with their rainbow satchels and pouches. Just trying to think of which brush would be the best to use for this. Yeah, actually, this one. Definitely this one. Totally agree. Do alright money-wise, but I don't need to be happy. I don't need it to be happy. I pay my bills and I've come to have something to play with at the same time. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, that's all I'm really bothered about. So long as bills are covered at the end of it all, that's usually me. Pretty happy. Boots with the fur. Sadly, no fur on them. Otherwise, that could be an idea. Say play with her feet on plastic crack edition. Yeah, ain't that the case for all of us, though? Right. Pride flags. Leopard print. Ooh, okay. No, you've given me a good idea there, Kriegsman. I'm not going to do leopard print for the boots, but I'm going to do leopard print for his trousers there. Yeah. Tiger print. They're saying about me changing jobs soon. Oh, glad to hear that, Nash. Dare I ask, what is it you're going to be doing instead? Red. Some gory red. For the gory gaze. May I ask a bit of a personal question? Depends how personal. Yes, you may. I may have full right to not answer said question, but you can ask it. administration, more into the branch I want to study towards. Fair enough. That's really, really good. I hope that goes well for you. Nothing bad. I was just wondering, are you transitioning? If so, how long? If I've overstepped, I apologize. Just wondering how it's going for you. Oh no, that's absolutely fine. That's not a bad question to ask at all. Yes, I am. I am transitioning male to female. Have been for a little over a year now. Actually, I came out February last year, so what are we? Yeah, not far off a year and a half at this point. And it's going slowly, but only because the waiting times for the NHS are pretty much ridiculous. And it's expensive to go private. Like, I am going private for the most part. I saw a gender specialist on sometime last year, it was. Actually, it might have been about this. No, was it about this time last year? Or was it November? I think it was November last year that I saw them, and they confirmed it. I've got my official diagnosis of gender incongruence, which is the more up-to-date and politically correct term for gender dysphoria. So all I'm awaiting for is just an appointment with an endocrinologist, and then I've got the green light to start hormones, which is the goal. I do want to be doing that, but the NHS have basically said either wait through them, like either I sit on their wait lists, or I fork out the multiple hundreds of pounds to get that appointment privately. So yeah, it's just kind of playing the saving up game at the moment. Totally agree. My partner's trans and is now fully transitioned into weighted age as for it. Oh, I'm so happy to hear about that. Good for her, definitely. Like, I am not going to lie, I have considered going DIY. It is something that's always on the back of my mind, but I'd still rather do it legitimately if I can. Like, my partner, she's DIY and has been for the past 3 years since she came out, and she's doing fantastic with it. And I'd have her help and her support, and she knows what she's doing. So that definitely helps. I think making the boots pink as well would match the mini best. Okay. That makes sense. So we're going to do pink boots, leopard print trousers. Yeah, I can get into that. I think that'd be awesome. It's like, yes, I know there's like minor, and I mean incredibly minor, health risks associated with going DIY, but I've always said I would rather live a short but happy life than a long and miserable one. So I'm just sort of kind of weighing up the costs and benefits at the moment. But I'm always happy to answer questions about that side of things. You know, as long as the questions are coming from a place of good faith, if that makes sense. You know, if you're expecting me to sit here and try and defend my right to exist, then you can get to fuck. No, find someone else to indulge your petty power fantasies. I'm not here for it. But, you know, if it's like genuinely people just want to know more and just wanna understand a bit more about what myself and many others like me are going through, absolutely feel free to ask. But never try and get to defend your right to exist. Oh, I wasn't saying to you personally. Don't worry about it. I was just saying in general. But thank you. I appreciate it. Honestly, I feel quite lucky. Like I've managed to avoid certainly the worst of the transphobia that's out there. Like I've dealt with bits and pieces, both IRL and online as well. Not massively amount, and nothing that I can't. You know, nothing that I haven't been able to brush off. So I do consider myself extremely lucky in that regard, but to be fair, I think that next to biking I should start doing an hour of painting a day. That's not a bad idea, actually. Setting yourself goals like that's a good thing. Definitely. I tried doing something like that. Like, I tried doing hobby streaks, but I just couldn't stick to it. And I found I was beating myself up too much about having to restart the streaks because of something happening massively outside of my control. That just meant that I wasn't able to paint on a particular day. But I don't know, maybe it's something I should do again. Because I find I am sort of like struggling for the motivation to get up and paint all the time. I believe I banned some of them back in the day, but it's been quite a while. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think the only one I've ever had on stream was that very random person who tried to start an air quotes debate about trans women in sports. During a 24-hour charity stream that we were doing to support to support the survivors of the war in Ukraine. That was a head scratcher. That was. It's like why these things have nothing to do with each other, and it's like not even remotely the time and place, my guy. Come on. Hobby streaking, when they get into every Warhammer store in your country. When you don't start with the next country. See how long it is until you get banned from every GW store around the world. Just imagine them circulating a picture around. This person! Do not let this person in your stores. Also, your black model, Matt. Do you find it makes your eyes go funny at times? I have the same one and thinking of changing it. No, actually. I mean, I need to get a new one because this one's like old, battered, and is covered in paint, bits of glue, and color shift paint, actually, which is kind of fun. No, I find it better because it allows my eyes to focus purely on the model itself. And also it helps the minis show up better on camera, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Honestly, if I weren't doing this for streaming purposes, I'd probably do it with, I probably wouldn't even be using the hobby mat, but that's just me. Most of them were half political as well, but to be fair, it's good you forgot them. Shows it didn't matter. Wow, did I miss a load of stuff or something? Need just a plain coloured one, I think. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I've given that some thought too, like of just spray painting this thing black and leaving it plain. Because at the very least, that way I can always just respray it if it gets a bit too grotty. But I don't know. Might do that tomorrow. Might do that soon, actually, yeah. Maybe that's not a bad idea at all. But no, that's got me really curious now. Seriously, wow, okay. Goes to show how much attention I pay to my Twitch chat sometimes. I had no idea I'd actually had more air quotes hate messages than I originally thought. Trying to think which green to use. Probably dark green, actually. Yeah, like I was even tempted maybe to cover it in some black 3.0 just for that sort of ultra matte light absorption, but I don't know if that would take like almost an entire thing of black 3.0 just to do a A3 size hobby mat, and that's just kind of expensive. Wasn't a lot, maybe 3 or 4, I believe. Oh, fair enough. As you said, it's couldn't have affected me that much if I don't even remember them. Like, I remember when I came out on Twitch, I specifically did it via was it sub-only chat? I think it was a sub-only chat. Just to head off the possibility of it attracting the wrong kind of people, if that makes sense. So Back to Paint was the model you've hated to... Model I've hated to paint. Oh... That's a tough one. That is a bit of a tough one. I've kind of got 3 different answers for that for very different reasons. Also, this is coming out pretty brilliantly. I've still got one to do on the other side as well, but yeah. Getting there, definitely. Poxwalkers are always up there. They're always at amongst my most hated models. they're just they're just tedious. They are just so tedious to paint. Like, I love Nurgle stuff. Absolutely love it. I love doing all the grime and grittiness, but considering they're just chaff units for the most part, they're not even the most interesting of the Death Guard units. But there's so many of them. Like, a basic box is 10 of them. And I have unbuilt and still on sprue about another 30 of the damn bastards. And there's just so much detail to them. A Death Guard scheme was insanely terrible to paint as well. I don't even think I ever did my Poxwalkers on stream, so you have no idea. My Death Guard scheme's actually pretty good, pretty okay to paint. And I've gotten better at doing it over the years. So it's not that bad. It's just, yeah. Poxwalkers, man. Fuck those things. Hi, Malu Figure Key? Hi. I apologize for absolutely butchering your name there. Otherwise, Admech. I started my hobby. Hi, Amber. How's it going? No, Poxwalkers did the white tank though. Yes. Yeah, and I remember I had a lot of fun painting it. Like, that was fantastic. Yeah. Back for Massive Mondays. I actually really enjoyed painting that damn thing. It was good fun. So, you know, I'll hear no slander about my Death Guard colour scheme. Thank you very much. I know you've been here for almost 3 years. Oh, wow. Yes. Sorry for those who might be confused on Instagram. I am also streaming on Twitch at the moment. But, yes, I started my Warhammer specifically journey. Building and painting some Admech, and I still haven't finished painting them because they were just too fiddly. So fiddly. I plan on going back to them because I've kind of grown to enjoy doing that sort of thing. Like, they're not, it's not as bad or as painful for me to do it these days now that I'm a lot further on in my hobby journey. And the other one's, last one's not so much the model's fault as it is my fault at the time. There was this faction I used to really enjoy playing in Dreadball, which is Mantic's sort of sci-fi equivalent of Blood Bowl. I think it was the Chorus. They're sort of trans-dimensional space spiders playing space basketball. And I had this idea in mind for the colour scheme that I was inspired by and I wanted them to look like, and I was reaching way above my capabilities. Like, it just did not look good, and I couldn't for the life of me get it to look good at all, and in the end I just grew to hate it. I grew to hate the models, which was a massive shame because it's not their fault. It's not the models' fault. Hi Fiona, how you doing? Oh, it's the first time I've seen you around here. That's lovely. Just gonna catch up on stuff. Just finishing my EV commission. Nice! So proud of you for getting that. Mine was Reichnar the Grim Healer. Loved painting the base of it, but him and the horse, don't know what it was, but I just couldn't get on with them. Still at least half painted. Yeah, I've been in that sort of situation. Oh God, 2 years, 6 months, 16 days, 21 hours. Wow. I forgot you could do that. Just dropped it now, scratching the model. Oh, no. Oh, I hope you're able to sort that out. But yeah, just for the sake of Instagram, we have a little rainbow pride themed satchel there, which I'm pretty happy with. I might pick out some of those details in like a bit of a in some brighter colours maybe, but overall I'm pretty damn chuffed with it. Hi, South of Resin. Oh, thank you. It's looking gonna smooth it off, repaint and revarnish. Okay. Oh well, crisis averted then at least. One of the models I never finished is Nagash. Same! I keep saying it's gonna get done as a massive Monday stream project, and I've been saying that for 3 years now. One of these days it will actually come true. I keep managing to find other models to paint instead. And at this point, I can't decide if maybe I'm just doing it on purpose. Because it sort of feels like it. I think the tiny details with a tiny bit of white to make it pop even more. Actually, yeah, that's a good way to save paint, thinking about it. Because I'm going to need to use the white in a moment or two to pick out some of the details on the power sword there. Whoa! Hi, Bush for Hire. Thank you for the raid. That's greatly appreciated. Should paint Nagash together as a punishment to both of us. I actually like that idea, maybe. Maybe make it a challenge so you can paint it first. Oh, thank you for the follow there, Dragon Hell? I apologize, I totally butchered that. Hi, Brush. Okay, do you have to raid me real quick? Have a great stream. You too! Have a great rest of the stream! And yes, we aren't already following Brush for Hire. Please do it. One of the best pages I've ever done. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Rated Pride. Yes. Dragon is fine. Okay, good to know. Hi, Snickson. Done a Space Marine up in the theme of the Joker. I now have a Dreadnought that I'm thinking of doing the same thing to and calling it the Jokernaut. Do it! Totally do it. I like that idea, and I definitely like the idea of doing it in the style as if, like, the Joker's just hijacked and repainted a Dreadnought. Now it's getting busy, I'll actually have to pay attention. Yes, yes you do, Nash. Congratulations. Rain's on my page if you fancy a look. Ooh, just might. Might even actually show it off on stream in a bit. Just drop the EV in the Discord. Okie dokie, I'll tell you what, once I've done this the satchel, we'll have a little look at the Discord and Ian's Joker Marine. But yes, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Eldritch Sophie, and we are painting up this Commissar on mounted unicorn back for the Fabulous Marines Pride Parade. I'll clean the brush. I need to strip this mini. It's not progressing but degressing. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Hope you managed to get that sorted soon. To be fair, I'm still kind of stuck with a lot of projects until I can get some spare bits for my airbrush. I need a brand new moisture trap and a new set of needles. And I'm actually possibly looking at maybe even getting a brand new airbrush. That's how bad... Well, a new airbrush and a new compressor. So I may as well just get a brand new setup right from the word go, to be honest with you. It's going to be expensive, but I'm slowly but surely whittling down all of the things that could possibly be wrong with it after having stripped it apart and everything else. But effectively, there's not enough air coming through the compressor, and once it hits the airbrush, there's no air whatsoever, and I don't know why. And I thought maybe, is there a blockage somewhere? Has some moisture somehow gotten into it despite the moisture trap? Potentially, because I managed to clear out a whole bunch of gunk from out of the compressor. Have you tried doing a deep clean? Yeah, this was like right after having done a pretty deep clean for the airbrush itself. Tried soaking the airbrush in isopropyl alcohol. No, I use Dettol. I've got some IPA, and that might be like the last resort. Hit to wheel off immediately, but it's 4:30 AM. Wow. Need to lie down, enjoy your paint, have a wonderful stream. Look forward to catching you another time. No problem, Dragon. Generally speaking, we stream Mondays and Thursdays, though that might change soon. At least for painting, and we do video game streams Saturdays and Sundays. So, plenty of chance. Plenty of chance to catch us. But yes, Dettol, it's pretty much just as good as IPA. Is far easier to get a hold of here in the UK and is significantly cheaper. Like, I use it for stripping paint off models. It's that good. And normally when I do a deep clean of the airbrush, I strip the airbrush down completely and it gets dunked in a bath of that and left to sit for a couple of days. But I need new needles anyway, because I stupidly enough managed to bend the new, like my last needle recently. Literally on that same day when I was stripping everything apart and like going through it piece by piece to try and figure out what was wrong with it. At some point the airbrush fell and like the back of the needle bent. And I have like one spare needle left, but it has no nozzle. So trying to fit a 0.5mm needle through a 0.2mm nozzle, not really gonna work. But again, in either case, I'm still kind of at that same position where there's clearly a problem somewhere. And I don't know if it's even in the hose line, maybe? or if maybe the compressor's just starting to wear out. Dental's good, but IPA is less thick substance, gets into it way better. About the same viscousness, viscosity, to be honest with you. I'm wondering, could the airbrush go into the IPA wash station? It probably could, to be honest with you. Games Workshop need to bring some more skeleton models out too. The Graveward Soul Blights are great. Would love more versions of them. Oh, definitely. I can agree with that. But then again, I've got like a mass amount of skeletons from Mantic's Dungeon Saga that I need to finish painting. It's not that I've not painted them, I've just not finished them. IPA wash station, do you mean a supersonic cleaner? If so, yes. No, I'm with Ender. Yeah, it's a swirly one. It's a swirly whirly one. Yeah, it's the she's referring to the wash station that we use for the 3D printer. Again, it probably could work, but it's all a bit rudimentary until I get some new needles anyway. Don't think so due to small parts. I don't know. Theoretically, you could. Not so sure it'd be a good idea, but it could. So yeah, got a little bit of a shopping trip due soon because of that. Actually, yeah, I'm just wondering what colours to paint the gas mask in. F it, we're going purple. And I have no justification for it other than I just kind of want to. Lovely chatting, the bed is calling us and I start. Take care and good night. No problem, Ian. Thank you for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. Ah, yes, I remember now. We said we were going to have a little look at some of the stuff other people have been working on. So I'll just pop that over there for now. Oh, you more than likely will. Speak to you later, Ian. Bye. Right, just bear with me while I do a little bit of changing bits around. Ooh. Okay, I've just found Ian Balls' Joker Marine, and yeah, it's giving me a bit of a smile. So we're definitely going to show that off in just a moment or two, but we'll start off. We will start off with this one. And you're saying you're ashamed of that, Nash? Why? That looks good. Plus, I remember you posted that in the Work in Progress channel. Like, it is exactly that. It's a work in progress. But it looks pretty damn good. I like the colour combinations. Those metallics are nice and bright. Little bit of tidying up and they'll really stand out. Like a little bit of tidying up, a little bit of highlighting, maybe some metallic medium if you can get a hold of some. And those will really, really stand out. Like, you've even done a damn good job with the eyes as well, and most people hate doing eyes. Oh, you can always do better. But, you know, keep at it, and that'll definitely be good. I think that's good. This is kind of wonderful. Ember's EV commission. Like, that actually looks really good. Like, you've done the gradient on the inside of the ears pretty much perfect. And considering you're still very new to painting as well, like, that's heckin' impressive. Don't know, I just don't like it. I'll tell you what, let's try and pick this apart. Why don't you like it? Because maybe we can help. It's always good to bounce ideas off of other people. I find that sometimes helps. Otherwise, look at this thing. This is seriously cool. So this is Ian Tbalter, who was chatting to us over on Instagram on stream just now, and his Joker Marine, which looks absolutely freaking brilliant. And I don't know why, but the way he's painted like the green hair on the helmet, so it's on the top and on the sides there, gives me more crusty vibes, but somehow that just makes it better. Can't pinpoint it. That's fair, that's fair. Maybe you just need to take a bit of a break from that mini in particular, come back at it with a fresh set of eyes. I find that often does the trick. But yes, this is seriously goddamn cool. And for some reason, I kind of picture the bolter to just be a Nerf gun now. It feels more like a Nerf gun when it's painted like that. Explosive Nerf bullets. Which actually would just be on point for the Joker, really, wouldn't it? I think I might have to change some colours within the metals. Okay. That's reasonable. Yeah, maybe a little minor tweak like that might help you. I won't say appreciate it better, but might make it a little bit better in your own eyes. Definitely. Maybe it's because it's all a lot of the same color. It kind of needs a little something to break it up a bit. But again, that's why I'm trying not to be too critical of it because it is just a work in progress. And honestly, I think it still looks pretty damn good. But, you know, I've been there. I've been in that position myself where you're kind of a little bit too in the weeds on a model and you kind of can't quite see the forest for the trees, so to speak. Damn it, Am I following this guy? Yes, I am. Because, holy crap, some of this work's fantastic. Look at this. Look at Skellington just loving life. That's brilliant. And it's not often you see people do skeletons with like a clean white look either. That's like completely bleached, fresh out of the anatomy class, laboratory of an anatomy class kind of white look. That's damn good. Also, is that Space Wolf themed? A Space Wolf themed Sister of Battle? Oh god, it is Sisterhood of the Wolf. That's actually kind of gnarly. Hi, the only derp central. How are you doing? That actually works surprisingly well. Also this. That's the thing, because Necrons are pretty high on my list of considerations for what army to do on 10th. I think I need to do a new test model soon. Purely because I found a 3D print of one mini in particular that looks absolutely stunning and is for a named character in the lore that doesn't have its own mini. So the temptation to build an army around that is kind of nice, but it's different from what I was originally thinking. So I might have to test the scheme out and see how I feel about it. Sister of the Wolf with whips. Nerf gun with a caliber of a rocket. Yes, yes, definitely. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break to have a bit of a drink, and then we'll crack back on with some more painting. And am I noticing today at work? Oh, right, okay. Good for you, definitely. If that's going to result to a more positive outcome for yourself, that's definitely a good thing. Well done. I hope it goes well for you. 1 month until I escape. Oof. Those vibes are familiar. Very much so. I was quite lucky with my last job. They were quite laissez-faire about my notice. So contractually, I was supposed to give them a month's notice, but they were also happy enough for me to work 2 weeks' notice. And in the end, it was just like, actually, like in the end, it pretty much amounted to actually, like, can I just like shorten my notice even further? Like, do I really have to work my full notice? And they said, not really. Like, we can't force you to. It just means that we won't hire you back again. Like, all right, that's cool with me. Wasn't planning on asking for my job back anyway, so you know what? Yeah, that works with me. And turns out I still had some unused holiday left, about half a day's worth. So I just said, "Can I just leave now then? Can I just like work till lunchtime and then f off?" Hi, Nomads. Hi, Crump and Brutal. Hi, Cam Luca. Is it just me, or is everyone suddenly changing jobs all of a sudden? Feels like it, doesn't it? Fellow working is closing, and so I jumped ship before I got stuck in a job in the new building I don't want. Oof, definitely know that feeling. Hi, how you doing down there? Oh, excuse me. Let's pay the tax. I'm going to get sleep. Need to work at 6. So good night. Night, Nash. I hope you sleep well. I hope you have a great rest of your day tomorrow. Oh, thank you for the follow, privilege. That's greatly appreciated. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello. I hope your day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are, is going well. Came from Insta. Hi. Welcome on in. Well, now you know. That's all I can say to that. Not like I've been doing it for the past 3 years or anything. I'm joking, it's all good. That's why I figured, why not? You know, now that Twitch have actually made it a bit clearer in the rules, why not do both? Because there's all my peeps over on Instagram, my hobby fam on Instagram, who don't really either know nor care about Twitch, and it's a nice way to interact with them as well. Try to support all the Twitch peeps and say hi when I can. It's always welcome. And follows are, of course, free, so thank you very kindly for that. Like, ideally, I'd also like to get into a position where I'm doing it on TikTok, but I clearly haven't met TikTok's weird esoteric requirements for being able to do TikTok lives yet, so that's kind of low down on my list of priorities at the moment. Love how this is coming along. Aw, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I'm quite enjoying it. Like, it's certainly something. It's fabulous, is what it is. I think we'll do the gloves in that purple as well, actually. Definitely bidding on this. Excellent. Oh, that's fantastic. I'll have to try and figure a way to set it up so that the money on the eBay sale just goes straight to the charity. I know there is a way of doing it, and I think the Fabulous Marines lot did post up a guide in the sort of separate Discord that we're all in with regards to the project on how to set the auctions up. So I might just have to have another look at that at some point, but otherwise, I am absolutely going to be auctioning this for Fabulous Marines. Let's share the post on my IG story when you make the post about it. Definitely. I dare say if you keep an eye on my Instagram, you'll find it once it goes live. Don't know when that's going to be yet. I don't know if we're going to get this finished tonight. We'll do our best. Again, I'm kind of at that point where my wet palette is literally drying out as we speak. No problem, Gribbage. I've not actually painted with any metallics today, so I can get away with using my spare water pot. That's just for metallic paint. Just to refresh the wet palette a bit. There, that's a bit better. I'd stop painting the parasite Mortrex and my gargoyles as it's been too hot. Yeah, like I said, I was debating whether or not to even go live painting tonight. I'm glad I decided to, though, because even though I've only done little bits on this model so far, I'm still really happy with how it's turned out. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. I think, just for the sake of consistency as well, I think we'll do the hose pipe on the horse. I almost said horsey there. It's not a horsey anymore because it's a freaking unicorn. On the unicorn's gas mask in purple as well. Hi, Lauren. How are you doing? Hi, Arbitrational Miniatures. I love it. That's a great name. I hope you're both well. Oh, I'm doing well, thank you. Just trying my best to cope in this heat. Somehow managing, not quite sure how. First time stopping by. Oh, it's lovely to see you either way. Thank you, Lauren. That's greatly appreciated. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do all these accents. All these additional accents in the purple. Just might make things a bit easier for myself. Good God, $8,200 of that $10,000 goal. That is phenomenal. And again, we're like only halfway through June at the moment. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. On behalf of myself and everybody else who's participating in the Fabulous Marines Pride Parade, huge thank you to everyone who's donated. That's going to go a long way towards helping a very vital cause at the moment. Hi, a Stokes Collis? Hope I pronounced that right. Hope you're doing well. Hello, MJ Art Stuff. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, definitely the arbitrational. The community really has shown just how awesome it can be, and we love to see it. Had to get some painting done, but it is much too hot. Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I've literally just a minute or two ago had to add some more water. Wow, that's like completely dry, and I wasn't even using that long ago. Add some more water to the wet palette, and even that's not doing a fantastic job at keeping all these paints moist at the moment. They're just drying out. Hi, Jehan. Hope you're doing well. Right. Warlord Purple. Little dollop of that. For our nice bright magenta. I'm doing well, thank you. Somehow managing. Thing is, I was half tempted to actually put off the painting stream and just do something different and wait till the weather gets a little cooler. But I've checked the forecast for like the next 10 days. It's not going to get any cooler. So it's like, either I figure out a way to make this work, suck it up, and just keep painting, or this model in particular is not going to get done. And considering I'd like to have it done and auctioned before the end of the month, not really an option. Can't stick around but have a lovely painting session. No problem, MJ. Thank you for popping by. Hope you have a good time. Tried to do some dry brushing earlier and couldn't make any progress. I mean, I think this is kind of like almost the perfect weather to do dry brushing in because your paint's going to be dry, definitely. There we go. Because we're going to do the boots in pink as well. We'll base it all in this colour. Either we have 2 days of warm weather or 2 months, it seems. Yeah! Definitely seems to be the case. Hi, Minis365. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think we've got like 1 day next week towards the weekend where the temperatures start to dip a little bit, but if anything, it's actually forecast to just get warmer. So it's like, no, this is not on. This is not happening. It just means it might come to a point where I might have to stop sooner rather than later, because if I'm getting to a point where I'm just fighting the paint, then there's no point. There is no point continuing beyond that. Gotta shoot off to bed. Need to be up at 4 for a breakfast event tomorrow. No problem. Hope you have a good time there, Jehan. Good luck with your breakfast event. Just me, or do these boots make this model look flat-footed? That's a weird little hiccup in the design there. Oh well. Just gotta be careful as we get closer to the horse's skin. Spent a lot of good time doing that last week. Don't really want to have to fix it again. Times like these make me feel better about adding to the grey plastic hoard. I totally get that, but I'm also still working through minis that I bought many years ago. So it's hard to justify it sometimes. Like, I feel like I want to do the stirrups a different colour from the boots, but something about this design just makes it really hard to say when the stirrups begin and the boots end. It's very odd. Also, I realise I could probably get away with neatening that up a bit. The inside of the coat there. Same with just up the top there. Just around the gas mask. Cool. Right, is that totally dry? Again, yes. I'm not going to get any usable paint out of that, so I'm not even going to try. Instead, I'm just going to go straight into some squid pink. That nice, bright bubblegum pink. Make a little bit of a 50-50-ish mix between the two there. And we'll just paint it over the front sections of the boots there. We'll leave some of that magenta showing through in the darker areas towards the back. Same there, just again following where the light is falling. On the sides of the boot like so. And then we'll just go into some squid pink by itself. And we'll apply this as a little bit of a quick highlight just around some of those brightest areas. Just like so. There we are, for the benefits of those over on the gram. That's what we've got so far. Okay. We'll get a little bit of bold titanium white. That's not titanium white. That's satin varnish. That's not what I wanted. Looks brilliant so far. I need to do something like this to refresh my palette. Oh, thank you. Greatly appreciate that. Well, I'd say I enjoy doing like daft little things like this just as like a little bit of fun. There we are. Right, we don't need to thin this down because it's pretty much the perfect consistency right out of the bottle. We'll start with just a quick edge highlight over the sharpest edges of the power sword there. And gone for a very subtle prismatic effect on the sword. So hopefully this helps just pick that out a little bit. Now remember, Shiro Senpai recommended I add a couple of like little white highlights into the horse's mane. Hi, Mighty Bruce. I do love that name. Hope you're doing well. Oof. See, this is where things get a little bit tricky. Like, I'm not entirely certain how best to apply the highlights here to the tail. this is where having reference images comes in handy. Well, let's have a little look-see. Got a horse rearing up. Where would you place the highlights on its tail? Right, okay. Let's go back over those. Well, let's try and go back over those with the purple there. There we are, that's fantastic. Honestly, I'm a bit reluctant to try and put any highlights in those areas. Hi, Uncanny Borders. Hope you're doing well. Nah, even that still feels wrong. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Ember. Right. I'll get right on that because I do actually need it. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Kriegsman. Oh. What are we working on today? We are doing our entry for the Fabulous Marines Pride Parade, which is this. Trying to get the focus on the camera, and it's just not. I give up with that. Which is this 3D printed mounted commissar that we've turned into possibly one of the gayest things I've ever seen in my life, and I absolutely love it. Right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this white. To each color we did the satchel in. Just to get some quick highlights down. Being gay and a warrior is goals, to be honest. It really is. And it's all in aid of a good cause as well. To try and raise a bit of money for the Trevor Project, which, for those who might not be aware, especially based in the UK like me, they are a suicide prevention and mental health support hotline for LGBT youth in America, which is possibly one of the worst and most valuable times in human history to be in support of something like that. That's who we're trying to help out this month. Other than the fighter, but I agree. Honestly, same. I won't say I've never thrown a punch in my life. I've never thrown a punch well in my life. Hi, Aurelian Painting Studio. I hope you're doing well. Heart goes out to American kids struggling right now. Must be awful, especially with recent events. Oh, 100%. Like I've been trying not to expose myself too much to all of that because it's depressing. It really is. And I'm honestly fearful for the way it's going to affect the rights of trans and LGBT kids here in this country too. Because to say that we've already started to emulate some of that stuff is kind of putting it lightly. Americans in generally, but you get my drift. Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, let's face it, they've only just recently started saying the quiet part out loud over there, in that their main goal is the detransitioning of all trans people, adults included. Like, they've kind of finally, some of them have finally given up the whole, oh, won't somebody think of the children side of things. And they've finally started admitting what they really want. But when you literally have trans kids being torn away from their parents just because their parents might possibly be allowing them to transition in the first place, that's not acceptable. Have a good rest of the stream. Got to start out dinner and get ready for tomorrow's shift. No problem, Kriegsman. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Scares me that I'd ever listen to some people I'd be in that position to was advised to move to America for HRT. Didn't think about that one for too long. Oh, God. I've considered it myself a couple of times throughout my life of moving to America. I'm so glad I never did. Genuinely. And my heart honestly goes out to anybody still stuck over there. I mean, yeah, it's not much better over here, over on Totally Normal Island. Hi, Game Boy Cell. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I keep tipping in and out, trying to do something, I keep fucking up. Oh, it's all fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a problem. Wow, and here I was hoping to reuse some of those little highlight colours I'd made. Already the paint's going dry. Yikes. That's bad. That is all kinds of bad. I might have to cut the stream short soon myself, to be honest with you. Just because of how I'm fighting the paint at the moment, and I did say I would stop if I was going to get to that point. Looking forward to the next elections here. Seems like nobody's standing up for those LGBT plus folk at the moment. Nope, you're very much right about that. Sad as it is to say. Like, I have never felt so unrepresented in politics in my entire life. Ever. Like, ignoring the fact that there really is no viable left-wing party anymore in this country, because there isn't. Like, scary as it is to say that closest that we have is maybe the Lib Dems if you squint at them hard enough, I guess. And even then, that's only just because they're slightly right of centre than the other two. But even irrespective of that, like as a trans person and as an LGBT person, pretty much all of the main contenders have made their thoughts pretty bloody clear that me and people like me are not welcome. So why? Why should I bother? Bad hearing, but say your words so clear I can mouth read perfectly. But chat sometimes covers your mouth and I'm trying to sort it. Oh, right, okay. To be honest with you, because this is using like my phone's microphone, I have absolutely no idea what the audio quality is like on the Instagram stream. None whatsoever. Hi, Xavier Minis. Hope you're doing well. Feel good rest of your stream, rest of your evening. Got a scoot. No problem, arbitration. It was good to have you around. Hi, Wisely Geek. Wisely Geek. I hope you're well. It's not you problem at all, it's my phone. Oh, okay, fair enough. See, cheeky plug, but that's why you should totally come over to the Twitch chat. The audio quality is significantly better. You know, we got a proper microphone and everything. You okay there, Ember? Awoos in chat. Just go commission package. Had to do some custom foam cutting to make sure it's well sealed. Makes sense. Cybernetic Nightmares. Hope you're having a fantastic day, evening, night, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever in the world you are. Okay. Trying to highlight the side of the gas mask there and not doing a terribly good job of it. Just because I keep catching the paintbrush on the collar of his coat there. Status question, why do you put the brush in your mouth after washing? I've actually drank a bit of my paint water instead of drink by mistake, and it sucks. I mean, I have sometimes gotten brushfuls of paint water afterwards, or realised I've not cleaned the brush enough before sticking it in my mouth. Partly force of habit at this point, but also it helps to get the point back into the brush. And I am aware for some people that's probably not a good enough reason. To those people, all I have to say is this. Yeah, I think I've made my position clear. I'm joking, of course. Hi, Shawnee and DMD. That was to the point. Love that you know there's probably better ways to do, but it works for you. Exactly. I'm just further thankful that I'm not living in the golden age of scale model painting when most of the paints were lead and enamel based. So as a habit, I try not to do it when I'm working with oil paints and oil washes. But I do sometimes have to stop myself because, as I say, it's a force of habit at this point. Try. Yes. Try, definitely. Like, I'm perfectly well aware that it's obviously I'm drying the brush off on a paper towel. I could probably roll the brush as I'm doing it and get a point that way. I just find this works better for me. Literally, it's the only justification I have. As I say, it's not even a particularly good one. Right. Short of any other ideas really to do for the eye lenses and the gas mask, I guess I'm just going to do them in white. And even that doesn't feel great. I can't really think what other colour to do them in. Like, I feel like there's probably a colour that works better, but I honestly have no idea what. So if I think of something, I'll change and adjust them, but for now I'll just make do with it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not like the most vitally important part of it anyway, so it's kind of neither here nor there. Right, I'm gonna attempt there it is. I'm gonna attempt to layer and highlight the gold because I'm a bit stuck for what else to do at the moment. I don't really want to get into the nitty-gritty of doing any of the fine detail. Like, I know someone recommended I do leopard print, and I've decided I'm going to on the guy's pants there. But I think I'd just be fighting the paint at this point to even try that. So I think we'll keep it relatively simple. Keep it relatively simple. I'll just do gold for now. What I might do at a later date, maybe in preps for picking this back up again next week. Is I'll do a bit of research on how to do it because I've never done leopard print before. Twisting the paper is what I do. I've not created anything in traditional media for a while. Getting the itch. Ooh, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, I think I need to have an art day just where I do oil painting. I haven't done any for almost a couple of years now, it feels. And it's a nice little break from doing miniatures. Oh, thank you for the raid, Bunker Gaming. That's greatly appreciated. Prefer oil to acrylic or watercolor? I primarily paint in acrylics, and I'm just talking like from a traditional perspective rather than just painting miniatures, because miniature paint is acrylic anyway. Oh, thank you for the follow there, Grace the Faces. Interesting, eh? Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, Bunker. Oh, I think my mods must be asleep or something. Let me just give you a quick little shout out there, Bunker. Got you before you could get me. Who's to say I would have raided you, Bunker? Oh, I'm kidding. Thank you. It's good to see you around, definitely. Oh, Fear 2. God, I've not played that game in years. I actually quite like that game. It's probably my favourite of the Fear franchise. And I put that solely down to it being the first one of them I played. Because they definitely hit diminishing returns afterwards. It's like because it's so action oriented, the first Fear game you play will scare your pants off, and then any others you play after that, regardless of which order in the series it is you play them, just doesn't have the same effect. Hi, Makeshift. Is that a Grinch head? What is that? Creeper Fluff. Oh, okay. It's building Imperial Breaches for Rosie. Oh, right. Hang on a sec. Oh, there's another bunker without the underscore. Oh my god. Oops. Oh well. It's a Creeper Fluff from Sarantis. Ah, okay. That makes more sense. There we go. There, got you properly this time. But yes, answer your question there, Uncanny Broders. Sorry, I thought that was Borders. I've actually done all three. I've done acrylics, watercolors, and oils before. And I'd say my answer changes depending which part of my life you ask me in. When I was a lot younger, watercolors were by far my favourite medium. But I've not really touched watercolor painting for a very long time, and I'm talking literal years. Primarily, it's acrylic painting for me. It was an affiliate gift. Makes sense, makes sense. But I did start trying to learn how to paint with oil paints a couple of years ago during lockdown, literally just by following Bob Ross videos. And actually quite surprised at how easy it was to pick it up. So these days, I primarily do that. But occasionally I'll whip the old acrylic. I'll whip out the old artist grade acrylics, and I'll do something similar, but with those. Like, there are ways to make the quick drying time of acrylics work to your advantage, and still get similar-ish results to painting in Bob's method. But likewise, you can also extend the drying time on acrylics a little bit as well, and that tends to help massively. That was a Minecraft streamer. Remember that period? Oh god, yes. Do you not Do you not still do anything with Minecraft these days? There we go. One very, very shiny horsey. I do, but not as often. That's fair. Isn't that like a brand new update or something like 1.20? I'm surprised you're not playing it now because of that. Maybe I should just do all the metallics and gold? I don't quite know. Either way, I need to go back into those eye lenses, paint them purple again. Could murder a hot chocolate, not gonna lie. See, I'm the exact opposite. It's way too warm for that. What I could absolutely go for is like a nice freezing cold chocolate ice cream milkshake. Oh, or better yet, strawberry ice cream. Like McDonald's strawberry ice cream milkshake. I've got a weird craving for that right now and I can't explain it. Other than it's just too warm for hot chocolates. Alright, so have you actually had the chance to really play much of 1.20 then yet? I will ask questions about it, pretending as though I actually know anything about Minecraft. I really don't. Just want to be clear about that. Strawberry ice cream to dip fries in. Oh, you're one of those people. Ooh. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss now as to what to do with the rest of these bits. I don't know. I suppose I could do these each in different, these straps each in different pride flags, I guess, maybe? Not sure. Either way, I think I'm going to leave it there because it is too goddamn warm right now. And as I say, I'm just fighting with my paint currently. So, yeah. I think I'm going to stop. But I will just do a quick sneaky little thing. Show it off on the gram. This is what we got so far. And holy crap, it looks damn good. I'm genuinely loving how this is turning out. Messed with stuff, done a stream with it, but it tanked. Oof, sorry to hear that. My lot seem to prefer my face. That's fair. I mean, I know full well that my video game streams do not do anywhere near as well as my painting streams. But I also know that there's some people who come specifically for the video game streams who don't bother with the painting streams. So it's kind of... Like, it feels unfair to dump one in favour of the other. As much as it would absolutely probably make my numbers much, much better if I did. But I also enjoy doing both. I have fun doing both. And that's kind of the key thing. If I start caring too much about numbers, I'll stop having fun with this, and it'll just become another job. So, with that in mind, because we're going to be finishing up the stream on Twitch in a bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream over on Instagram. But big thank you to everyone who's joined me over here. I will catch you all next time I do a painting stream, which will be on Monday. Bye! I haven't fully decided whether or not to actually, like, because you can share and upload the streams on Instagram to your feed. I haven't decided whether or not to do that, especially because it'll post on my personal Facebook as well, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Sorry about that. It's because the ending stream is just below my just chatting screen on OBS, which I realise now is probably not a good idea, but it just makes things a bit easier to group them all together, if that makes sense. Sorry about that. How does it work on Insta? Literally, I was doing it through mobile, so it might be a bit different doing it via the website, which, actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if it's possible to do it on the website using one of my two webcams, because I genuinely have no idea. No, that's highlights. Huh. Oh, create. There we go. Now, I have no idea how you do it through PC, but doing it through mobile, it's the same as... There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal. There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no constancy in flesh, only decay. There is no certainty in flesh, but death. Credo Omnisaya. Hi, Genghis Khan. Coming in with the Credo Omnisaya in chat. That is heckin' awesome. Thank you for showing up, though. But yes, doing it through the phone, it's kind of the same as like when you make a post or when you upload something to your stories. You just swipe to the left, or click on your little face icon in like the top left corner when you're on like the front page, and you'll have the option below to make to do various different posts. But on like further towards the far right, there's the option for live. You press that and it'll take through all the processes of going live on Instagram, and people can chat to you through that. Which is why sometimes I've been having conversations where it doesn't look like it's been with anyone in particular, because it's not followed anything in Twitch chats, because it's been responding to stuff on Instagram. Big Warhammer fan from Australia just got the Horus Heresy set. Nice! I hope you're having fun with it. That's kind of the important bit. But yes, I do love the Credo Omnisaya. I really, really do. It feels very, very fitting for the setting. And I've got to admit, I am eyeing up Dark Mechanicum as just like a fun little side project for when they eventually get their own rules. If they ever get their own rules. But yeah, we'll end it there for tonight. Big thank you to everyone who's joined me. Big thank you to everyone who's followed as well. God, that's been a heck of a lot of years. I have no idea why my follow goal up top there just consistently isn't updating itself. I blame Twitch for that. Because from what I can see, we're actually at 607 followers. And we're aiming for a goal of 650 at the moment. Not going to do anything special for it. It'd be nice to hit that goal. I like even numbers. Someone should make a real religion about it. Oh God, no. If it has enough followers, then it's a real religion. That feels like, oh God. Yeah, that feels like that moment from Bill Wurtz's History of the Entire World, I guess. We can make a religion out of this. Actually, don't. Yeah, there's that moment where he's referring to the French Revolution, and he just says, "Oh, so we can make a religion out of this." Actually, don't. Please don't. I dare say there probably is some minor cult out there that worships technology in kind of the same weird, fruity way that Admech do. In this day and age, it has to be a thing that already exists, surely. Like, even if it's just some absolutely batshit insane person who's, like, sawn his own legs off and strapped his lawnmower to his lower half or something. You know, the wife and kids have probably long since left him because he's already had way too much fun trying to jerry-rig the toaster into God only knows what. Like, heck, there are entire cults out, Scientology. No, theirs is even weirder. That's the thing about that. Oh dear, oh dear. Besides which, everyone knows the only reason you set up a religion is so you can become tax exempt. Anyway, on that note, let's find someone we can raid. Preferably someone else painting stuff for Fabulous Marines. Don't know if there will be anybody like, but you never know. Ooh. Hobbies for Happiness? Hobbies for Happiness is doing something for Fabulous Marines. Well, that's that decided. Plus, they're a fantastic channel anyway. Pretty much. Monies. Yep. Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, it's the whole thing that was going on with Crypto Bros for a little while felt very cultish, let's be honest. That felt like a cult based around technology when you started going about cryptocurrency and NFTs and all that horse shit. But let's be glad, I guess, that that particular let's be glad that the consequences of that came pretty apparent pretty quickly, and now no one seems to care about it anymore. No, instead they've all moved on to worshipping Andrew Tate for some ungodly reason. So I'm not entirely certain if that's really any improvement or not. Anyway, we're going to raid Hobbies for Happiness. And I will see you all on Saturday for something spooky. Bye!